So the aim of the cross is to take our viewers to where the action is, and we want you to tell us about the action, what's happened. Have a bit of fun. I'm EPing the show. What I want you to do is to bring us some of the life. Don't just tell us, I'm standing here now and this is where the polling closed a little while ago. We had the local member come in and the local member said thank you very much to the people who were helping him out and his party out. You know, that's fine, but do it with a little bit of life too. We want you to actually pull us there, and we want you to enjoy yourself and as you're doing it. So, things that have happened, colour things that have happened, interesting things that have happened. This is going to be one of the things that you need to have, because you're going to be an expert. You're going to be the expert on this particular electorate for our viewers. So what you will need to know is all the essential stuff, like the candidate. How much does a candidate hold the seat by? Who are the other people in the seat? You will need to recognise who they are. Is the Labor candidate or the Green or One Nation or United Australia Party, are they well-known local people? You will need to be able to identify that person if you can. You will need to know how much of a swing will you need to have, would this person need to have to lose that seat? Also, if there's been a redistribution, we saw with a few seats like Corangamite, interesting one in Victoria, where it went with Sarah Henderson holding a healthy margin. After a redistribution, her seat became nominally a Labor seat. So have these things in your mind all the time. Understand a bit about the seat. If your university is not within that seat, then you will need to know something about it. If you're going and travelling and it is a rural seat, for example, what are the big issues about that seat that might grab or turn off voters? If it's a Queensland seat, does coal matter, for example? And we know that it does for some seats. So look at what the issues are that are playing in the minds of the voters, although we'd expect that in the lead up to the election, with the work you've done on the Junction, that you will have a sense of those kind of things. We would like you in the prep for this election to see if you can contact your local electoral commission and see your officers and see if you can do a cross from in there. Promising never to show any of the voting or anything. You'll do it from a distance, but see if you can get inside too. We don't want you to go on and on and on. So if we can aim for a 2 or 3 minute cross, that would be good. You should be able to capture most of what you want to say in that 2 or 3 minutes. You will be working with a producer, and the producer, who is Rachel Simmons, she will have a couple of people working with her. Then what they will be doing, Rachel and the others, is if there is something you want the presenters to talk about, then in that case, what you will get is, what we want you to do is to actually tell Rachel, get the presenters to ask me about this. And so in that discussion with Rachel beforehand, as she's organising you to do this cross, also give her a little line to lead in. Okay, we're crossing now to Tim, who is in the seat of MacArthur in Sydney, in Western Sydney. Tim, we understand that there has been a bit of a controversy about this seat. There was perhaps an incident to do with a couple of local candidates, and then you could start straight away without going, yes, thank you very much, lovely to be here, don't want any of that crap. You just go, yes, Tim, directly. We actually had a fight that I saw between the Labor member and the Green member. You can have a guest. If, for example, and I use the electorate of Menzies as an example, because that's the one my students are doing at RMIT, if Kevin Andrews is there at 6 o'clock, if he happened to be there at 6, why not just say, excuse me, Mr. Andrews, do you mind if we have a word with you? We're about to cross live. I would then ring Rachel and say, guess what? We've got Kevin Andrews. It is 6 o'clock. Can we cross to him? And I promise you, as the EP, I promise you, we will put you up the top. if it's someone important like that, someone whose seat is in danger, former Defence Immigration Minister, he would be someone we would consider a big score. So yeah, get them. I give you absolute permission to stuff up the cross, as long as you don't defame people and get us into jail, you know, that wouldn't be good. But if you make a mistake and you go and you've said the wrong word or something, if you've said something that gives people the wrong idea about what's happened, you need to correct it.